in Avalon's fair town, home to the brave and renowned. There did I meet a band truly blessed. They marched to their quest, bringing panic to rest. Evermeadow has got its brave heroes. Brave heroes, brave heroes. Evermeadow has got its brave heroes.
Today was going to be such a good day. We finally got out of that terrible Mystic Sanctuary or whatever the fuck it is. We got back to the tavern. We had a lot of drinks. Sunny and Cor went upstairs to bang. Balrog and Olivia were going to do the same. But Santara wanted to have a drinking contest with her best buddy, while Reese played on his Scornucopia. The contest was intense, and one would think that Santara has supernatural powers all her own. But just then, I realized it all couldn't last.
Hear me, mortals and descendants. The time of your judgment is at hand. Long have you given reverence to the true creators of your work, and yet still you have succumbed to unforgivable sin. Did you think we would not know of your transgression? Did you truly believe that ruin would not punish those who have dared harbor not one, but two of my children away from their father? Your judgment shall be swift and cleansing. To those of you who have nothing to fear, know that everlasting peace under the ocean awaits like so many before. The keys to the underwater kingdom are granted with your final evolution. And to the filthy transgressors who dare spend each day in regret and indulge in evil, these waters will bring you a death so crushing that not even the Koopies in the sea will be able to feast on your remains. May your gods have mercy on your souls once you enter their hands, for I have none!
But it did not come to be. True, the odds were looking against us, but if it wasn't for the ultimate sacrifice on behalf of Santara and Olivia, the price being their souls, I don't think any of us on the Palm Isles were going to survive this day. You heard me right. In the Palm Isles Hour of Need, our entire party has become part of the Withering, which allowed Mortimer to fulfill so many obligations. All Santara asked for in this deal is to empower Beansprout in a way similar to Fotia, and to make sure that if her parents and family were willing to sell their souls, that he would do everything in his power to help them out, which of course Mortimer was happy to provide. And Olivia, not only did she want to spend forever with our dear Palalalaladin, she has her heart set on eventually either purifying or destroying the Night King once and for all. After all, he has the primordial Night Nyx in a chokehold right now, sapping away her precious energies. There's a new law in town, and this Burning Crusade is going to make sure that the universe fits into our plan instead. Our Lord Mortimer did inform us very swiftly that in the first cycle, which is the first 1,000-ish years of Planet Alima, 3 primordials in their elemental realms decided to create their avatars on the material plane. It is at that time, during the rule of Murphy, that Alizair was corrupted by the mortals. They played with powers that were beyond their understanding, including time magic, and some kind of divinity that seems to be missing from our roster. This infused Alizair with several Leviathans from across the mythologies, making his mind so chaotic, so driven to destroy the world and flood it. The only problem is, good people get turned into mermaids and sea elves and tritons and all that kind of stuff. And animals, being innocent, get transformed into the Koopies, the ultimate evolutionary animal. But the bad people? Well, in this planet's lifetime, there's one god who fits the description of fitting with bad people. And that, of course, is our number one enemy, Asmodeus, the Lord of Bator. Every 1,000 years or so, Alizair, now known as Bruin with all these consciousness in his mind, floods the world and sends souls straight to Asmodeus, empowering him like no other. It's only in these last 1,000 or so years that with the consumption of the avatars of Raziel and Inferno, have Darkhaven made a tether from their realm into our material plane, taking every soul that isn't directly bound by a contract all the way to Darkhaven, which of course has boosted the Night King's numbers. Don't worry, Mortimer, we're gonna free you from your bogus contract. As a fresh band of zealots, we watch as the mighty god of famine soared across the skies and sent an unstoppable wave of wither at Ruin who dare challenge our island. And dear listener, as I'm sure you're well aware, wither not only breaks down everything into nothingness, but that nothingness becomes energy for Mortimer. And let's just say he destroyed about 3/4 of that avatar. He may be a bastard, but he is my dad. I'm glad we did not see him slain this day, but that is a problem we'll have to come back to another time, where us adventurers have a very difficult decision that we must make. We either, A, have Mortimer consume this avatar entirely, who is the consciousness of Alizair, so his body would decay in his own primordial realm, making Mortimer the new ruler of water. But once we free him from his contract, he assures us he'll give the power back and restore Alizair to who he once was. Or, the other option, we will one day have to take the tools that we have gained, go inside Bruin's mind, and start chopping away at all the corruption until he is back to his normal fun-loving self. I mean, he did used to be beloved, right? I'll do whatever it takes for you, old man. Just don't hold it against me if it comes to dire consequences. But with that out of the way, Balrog and Olivia went back to Bang. Sunny and Kor also did the same. Waka and Dying Joe went up to do their thing too. Centaura had her bean sprout back and decided to cuddle it in their room, while Reese stayed up for a while drinking and looked at Dying Joe's wang. Unintentionally, but it still happened. And from his report, he do be packing. From what I hear, that dude is a tripod. And lastly, Dying Joe's old mercenary group showed up on the shores of the Palm Isles looking for work. Well, not only did they get work at the Hedgehog's Hammer's Inn, but they also signed a contract with Mortimer. So, the newly named Wild Koopies will be allies we can count on in the future. Tomorrow, we sail! Yeah!